33 and 3 by Batman. Pretty insane.
Hey everyone, Wylearn here, and today I want you to come on a trip with me back to Christmas of 2009, where I'll tell you the story of when I got my first Xbox 360 and share a little bit of holiday nostalgia along the way. We'll be playing the COD that started it all and reflecting on what life was like back then. To set the mood, we're watching a classic Modern Warfare 2 tactical nuke gameplay on the DLC map Carnival, and this was recorded in the most old school way possible, on a computer camera. Before getting a capture card, a PVR, or a Dazzle, or even before you could just record right on your Xbox or PC, this is what young Wylearn had to do. This was my level of dedication. I literally took my parents' old Dell computer, pointed the camera at my TV, and recorded COD gameplay in all its pixelated glory. In the good old days, if I uploaded a video like this to YouTube, they'd question why I was recording this gameplay with a potato. Despite the low quality, I have no shortage of these old gameplays on poor capture cards, so let me know if you want me to use these in old videos. I figured it was a good ambiance for me to tell the story of my first Xbox 360 and why I got it. So kick back with a holiday beverage and enjoy. It's Christmas Eve 2009, a snowy, cold day in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I just finished up with school. I was in 7th grade at the time, and I had winter break for a few weeks. That year, I wanted an Xbox 360 for Christmas. I was growing tired of the Nintendo games, Wii and GameCube, and even though I loved Mario Kart and Wii Sports, I wanted to change as I think I was outgrowing playing some of those games daily. At this point, I was too old to believe in Santa, but opening presents still had its Christmas magic compared to now. I would play Halo 3 at my cousin's house and some Call of Duty World at War with friends. However, I was not a fan of Call of Duty at all because I was terrible at it, so I made the choice to ask for an Xbox mainly to play Halo 3. I was thrilled to open my gifts that morning from under the Christmas tree and unwrap what was an Xbox 360 and Halo 3. I thank my parents every day for giving me a great childhood, but I wasn't thinking about how great it was at the time. I was purely in the moment, and I got what I wanted that year. An Xbox 360 and Halo. Little did I know what was in my hands that day and the impact it would have on my life. It's given me friends, memories, and much, much more. I was eager to pop it in and create an Xbox gamer tag. This gamer tag ended up being Mattman80, after my name, Batman, and the legendary receiver Jerry Rice. And Mattman80 is the gamer tag in this video, actually. I decided to boot up Halo 3 and hop on some Team Slayer on Guardian, Narrows, and other legendary maps in the multiplayer. The fact that I could connect to other players across the world to play these games against them was just crazy to me, and it was very innovative at the time looking back. Before that, I would mainly play offline games, or if you wanted to play with people, you had to actually invite them over to your house, so it was completely different. Then, after Christmas with my immediate family, we would traditionally drive up to northern Wisconsin to spend a few days with my grandparents. For Christmas here, I unwrapped my gifts, and to my surprise, a little game called Modern Warfare 2 was in my hands. Now, I didn't expect it. It was kind of a surprise to me. I don't know why they even got me that because I never asked for it. They just must have done their research on the popular games at the time. Just another thing that they'd done for me in their lives, and rest in peace to them, but boy, did they nail it. I kind of assumed I would try the game out, not really care, and then go back to playing Halo. But I popped it in, and there was just some level of magic about it. The multiplayer, my friends playing it, kill streaks, fast-paced action, game chat, and I was just captivated. This started a decades-long obsession with Call of Duty. All the way until Black Ops 2, I was hooked. Going for nukes, trick-shotting, playing zombies. I was in it. Eventually, I recorded my gameplays first with this camera, and then eventually I bought a Dazzle DVC-100 to begin making YouTube montages. All my available free time and energy was consumed by Call of Duty and making YouTube montages for a lot of my youth. Life was pretty good at the time. No smartphones, it was the early days of YouTube with FaZe Clan and Woody's Gamertag commentaries. We were in school, which had its ups and downs, but it was still fun. The 2009 to 2012 era just completely hit different. People had weird style, skinny jeans, Livestrong bracelets. People were on Vine, AOL, used Yahoo Mail, handwritten notes, that kind of thing. It was a time of great creativity. New tech was emerging, but it wasn't yet part of our everyday lives, all while our parents were stressing about the 2008-2009 financial crisis. TV shows like American Idol, music like Lady Gaga, Ellie Goulding, Eminem, Linkin Park, that kind of stuff was dominant. A lot of artists rose up from the COD scene as well. Think about Logic, Hoodie Allen, E-Double, and they were awesome to listen to at the time. Gaming, and maybe life in general, was truly at its peak, and boy did it have a run for the ages. We didn't fully appreciate it at the time. As kids, we just had different worries. We had to do our homework, go play Call of Duty, and then talk with buddies at school and just go to each other's houses, have fun, do split screen, that kind of stuff. We really needed to enjoy the tech, the simplicity, and growing up. The games in this era would give me so much to build my life upon. Great people, great memories, great skills for a lifetime. Over time, video games lost its magic for me. I stopped buying Call of Duty after Black Ops 2, and playing new CODs just seemed to distract me from real life experiences, because I was probably playing video games too much and I knew it. I allowed life to take over, went to college, got jobs, and video games became less of a part of my life at the time. Maybe it was good for me, maybe it wasn't. They took a backseat, but they never truly left me. Even though I wasn't playing the games, I would still watch YouTube videos while I was studying in the library about Call of Duty, and that itch was always in the back of my mind. During this time period, I went through some good times, went through some bad times, learned a lot, met some cool people, made some great memories along the way. And then, Fortnite and Warzone took over, and the pandemic happened, and this brought me right back into it to recover my Xbox gamer tag and become a gamer again. This brings me to the present day where I am now. I'm currently at my aunt's house, and we just celebrated our family Christmas like we have every Christmas for basically my entire life. Christmas nowadays is fun, but it's a little different. Today we watched videos of my cousins and I when we were running around playing games on the floor when we were 4 or 5 years old, and nowadays I look around and people are growing older. Those same cousins running around playing games on the floor now have wives, fiancés, kids, and there's a new generation of kids running around playing in the same place where we used to. Gift giving is also different. What used to be cool and magical to get gifts on Christmas is now predictably just getting clothes and booze as an adult. My life is much different too. I just returned from another country and will be returning in January, and I'm the one now home for the holidays, after it usually being the opposite. Life couldn't feel more different, yet this gathering remains the same. I'm a big proponent of nostalgia during Christmas time. For example, I'm currently sitting in the same couch that I used to edit my Call of Duty montages on during Christmas of 2010. This is, again, just at my aunt's house. I specifically remember editing a quick scoping montage from my aunt's house during Christmas of 2010, and here I am, in the future, working on Call of Duty commentary videos. It's the same, yet it's different. Life has a way of taking you back to what you're meant to do sometimes. Instead of watching some Cartoon Network on TV like I would have 15 years ago, I'm now watching a show on AI scams, which is just a problem that was not a factor back then. Times are different, yet remain the same. No matter where I am in the world, I could still have my morning coffee. My 19-year-old cat's still alive. Most of my family and friends are alive and healthy. And Mick is still in my Call of Duty lobbies helping me drop nukes even 15 years later. And these things just remain a constant in my life. I'm also back into Call of Duty, but in a different way now. It just feels better. I can strike the balance of reliving the good old days magic while helping people in any way I can by making these videos. We all need to keep our inner child alive as long as we can because it makes life better. It's Christmas. We're allowed to get nostalgic without shame this week and take some nostalgic moments. So here's to keeping that inner child alive, to revisiting the things that made us who we are today, and to making time for the simpler joys, whether it's playing an old game, watching snowfall, or just sitting with family during the Christmas holidays. If you've watched this far, what's your favorite holiday memory? I would love to hear it. Merry Christmas and happy holidays from Wyler. I hope it's a good one. Peace out, everyone.